Hi everyone. If your normal bike turns every hill into a punishment, this is the kind of e-bike that can change your commute. But it definitely has a few quirks you should know about first. I've been using the Jasion EB5 as a practical everyday e-bike, mainly for commuting, quick neighborhood trips, and riding around town without feeling completely worn out by hills. I wanted something that still felt like a bicycle, not something oversized or complicated, but with enough electric assist to make uphill rides and longer errands easier. That's exactly where this bike makes the most sense. Starting with delivery and setup, the bike came packed really well. Once I had everything out of the box, it looked sharp right away, and the fit and finish were better than I expected for an entry-level e-bike. The rear wheel was already attached, so assembly was mostly just installing the front wheel, swapping the protective cover on the steering shaft for the handlebars, putting on the seat, and connecting the front light. Most of the wiring was already done, which made the whole process much less intimidating. For me, assembly was quick. If you've put together a basic bike before, this is not difficult. The instructions could be a little more detailed in certain areas, but if you take your time and follow the steps, it's very manageable. I had it ready to ride in a short amount of time, and mine already had a decent charge when I first powered it on. Once I got on the road, the first thing I noticed was that it still feels like a real bicycle. You can pedal normally, use the mechanical gears, and get actual exercise, but the pedal assist makes everything feel lighter. On flat roads, it rolls smoothly, and on hills, the assist is where the bike really starts to feel useful. I live and ride in areas where some routes are basically downhill one way and a grind coming back, and this bike takes a lot of the misery out of that return trip. The pedal assist is easy to get used to. Out of the box, it can feel simple, but if you read through the manual, you can adjust it into a wider range of assist levels. I personally like having more levels because it gives better control over battery use. Lower assist is great when I want exercise, while higher assist is nice for hills, intersections, or when I'm tired near the end of a ride. The throttle is also convenient, especially when starting from a stop or getting through a crossing quickly. That said, using only the throttle drains the battery much faster. I learned pretty quickly that the best way to ride this bike is to pedal normally, use the gears properly, and let the assist help, instead of doing all the work. If you just hold the throttle everywhere, the range drops a lot. Speaking of range, this is one area where expectations matter. In hilly conditions with lots of throttle use, I would not expect huge distance. On rougher battery use, shorter rides can take a noticeable chunk out of the battery. For daily commuting though, with smart pedal assist and normal pedaling, the battery has been solid. On routes around 10 to 11 miles, especially when I'm being conscious about when to use assist, I can finish with plenty of battery left. For shorter commutes like a few miles each way, it works really well, as long as you remember to charge it regularly. The charger does get warm, so I make sure to place it somewhere open while charging. I usually charge overnight because it takes several hours. The battery is removable, which is helpful, but it is a little heavy and can be awkward to take out. You just have to be careful with your fingers when sliding it in and out. Speed-wise, the bike feels quick enough for commuting and casual riding. On level ground, it can get up around the high teens and close to 20 miles per hour, depending on conditions, gear, and assist level. Downhill, of course, it can go faster. The important thing is to respect the throttle, especially from a standstill. If you're in a high gear and hit the throttle suddenly, the torque can surprise you. I prefer starting in a lower gear and building speed smoothly. Comfort is pretty good overall. The seat is decent for normal rides and the riding position feels natural. For longer trips, I can understand wanting a softer seat, but the stock one is usable. The grips are comfortable too, and the thumb shifter is easy to use. I also like the display is simple and gives the information I actually need, like battery level, speed, odometer, and assist level. I do wish it had a clock, but the basics are covered. The headlight is useful and adjustable, and I like keeping it on for visibility. The horn is noticeable, although not everyone reacts to it, especially people walking with earbuds. The rear light setup is more basic. I would probably reinforce it or replace it, depending on how and where you ride. On rougher streets, small accessories can loosen or move around, so it's worth checking things after the first few rides. There are a few things I'd improve. First, fenders should really be added if you ride in wet conditions or dirty roads. Without them, road spray gets old fast. There are not many mounting points for accessories like bottle cages, and adding extras takes some creativity. I added practical items like a rack, lights, mirror, and phone holder. But you have to plan it out. I also had to keep an eye on a few adjustment points. The handlebar adjustment screw can loosen, and brake adjustments are something I would check often. My front brake had a slight rub at first, and small brake noises can happen, so basic bike maintenance helps. If you plan to make this a daily commuter, I'd recommend going over the bolts, brakes, tires, and accessories regularly. Another thing to know is that rear wheel maintenance can be a bit more annoying because of the motor cable. It's not as simple as removing a normal rear wheel. Changing tubes or tires can take more patience. I also think more durable tires are worth considering if you ride rough pavement, dirt, rocks, or hop curbs often. Overall, I think the Jasion EB5 is best for someone who wants an affordable, practical e-bike for commuting, neighborhood rides, groceries, gym trips, and hill-heavy routes. It rides smooth, feels sturdy, looks good, and makes everyday biking much easier without taking away the option to pedal and exercise. It is not perfect and it may need small adjustments or upgrades if you ride hard every day, but for the price and purpose, it offers a lot of value. My final take is this. If you want a simple e-bike that can make short commutes and hills much more manageable, this is a strong option. Just keep realistic expectations for range, charge it consistently, and be ready to do basic maintenance. If you have any questions about this product, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.